Damn, son, where'd you find this?
He's got that style, and then alone in his house, he wants to take baby out, give us a smile. Boy, if you touch her again, I'll tell your wife and your kids about that time. 'Cause this is not 93, you lost your spot on the team, yeah, out of line. Oh, 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 oh. I worked too hard for this chance to not be biting the hand that feeds the hate. So have a chat to your friends, 'cause it's our words that'll keep our daughters safe. Your personality traits don't count if you put your bits in someone's face. And no, it's never too late. We sat there silently while you kept your job and your place and your 6 figure wage. Oh, are you scared of me, old man? Oh, are you scared of what I'll do? You grab me with an open hand. The world is grabbing back at you. Oh, are you scared of me, old man? Oh, are you scared of what I'll do? You grab me with an open hand. The world is grabbing back at you. Oh, are you scared of me, old man? Oh, are you scared of what I'll do? You grab me with an open hand. The world is grabbing back at you.
Stella Donnelly live on KEXP, that song Old Man from her new album Beware of the Dogs.
You had dinner at Jude's and you broke all the plates. Telling your favourite joke where you break all the plates. You threw all of your clothes off the back of the boat. You said that you're gonna quit, but we know that you won't. You won't. You won't. You only like me when I do my tricks for you. And you wear me out like you wear that Southern Cross tattoo. You said I'd look much better if I dropped the
That is so great. Stella Donnelly is live here on KEXP. Songs from the new album, Beware of the Dogs. And it is so fun to see you playing with this band. I've seen you play by yourself before, which was awesome. And just seeing you spread your wings, you look like you're having a lot of fun.
Oh, it's so great having the band and being able to kind of share the fun, you know, on stage. And yeah, it just creates such a better atmosphere for me to play in. So yeah, it's really nice.
So you had a band in studio, which is a little bit different than your EP, which was somewhat bare bones. What was it like in the studio? Were you able to play with some new toys? And what was the experience like for you making this record?
Yeah, I guess it's the record I had always wanted to make, but you know, having I guess the resources to do so was such a great experience for me. And all these people in the room here, Jack, George, Talia, and Jenny. We recorded it in our hometown in Fremantle, and it was just a wonderful time. It was a very, very special time, and I'm really glad I got to do it, and I had these legends with me. Yeah.
And it must be so fun to bring these songs alive out on the road. Thanks for stopping by today.
Thank you so much for having us.
Tell me what it's like in Fremantle. I got to go a year and a half ago to Sydney and Melbourne.
Cool.
And Melbourne is such a great music city. What's it like where you're from? And actually, I know you spent a few years growing up in Wales, where you said was, you know, made a big imprint on your musical style as well. Tell me a little bit about growing up with music and what it's like where you're living.
Yeah, I mean, Fremantle and Perth itself is quite isolated. It's very isolated. And I guess that gives us time as musicians to kind of hone our craft. And I mean, I played in Perth for about, 9 or 10 years, doing all sorts of different things, cover bands, other sorts of bands, playing, not just singing and doing other things. And I guess it gave me that opportunity to really work on my sound and my craft and how I wanted to put myself out there. And yeah, I feel like we really have that opportunity because of the lack of opportunity in a way. There's like less of an infrastructure for music. There aren't many labels over in Perth. There's no kind of label tycoon rocking up to your show to suss you out at 16 years of age. Like, no one cares about you in Perth. So you kind of get that time to nurture your sound and stuff. And then growing up in Wales, I think it's something pretty special about the Welsh culture. There's no kind of qualms about singing, anyone will sing. Any sort of person from any walk of life will sing a song. And I guess growing up in that sort of environment was really good for me as a child. Yeah.
You talked about having the freedom to nurture your musical love and aspirations growing up as you did. And it appears to your fans who discovered you more recently like it kind of just happened so quickly for you. But it sounds like you've really been playing music and been involved with music for a very long time. I know that once you got some songs out there, things moved a little bit quickly. But how has that been for you?
It kind of feels like it's your birthday and someone's bought you a voucher for skydiving and you're terrified of planes and skydiving, but it feels really good to do anyway. And it's kind of like that every day. You just have these moments of like, okay, I'm going to jump now. Okay, I'm jumping now. And yeah, it's kind of this really scary, exhilarating feeling. And yeah, it's really nice now. I mean, I toured solo for 2 years after the EP came out, and that was a really interesting experience, and I'm so glad that I got to do that. But I think after a while, doing that alone can kind of take a toll on just the kind of being able to stay strong and stable through that. So it's been really nice to be able to share this skydive. It's a tandem sort of skydive now with everyone, so that's nice. So I'm really dragging this metaphor out.
I love that, though. You've actually worn your skydiving outfit today,
yes, my
as well.
Suit, yes.
It's a great metaphor, though, because it's scary the first few times, but if you love it, you keep doing it. But the exhilaration never probably goes away every time you jump.
And it's never less scary either. Yeah.
Well, thanks for continuing to do it. I just love your songs, and they're so fun to sing along to. They're somewhat breezy, and especially Old Man right now, I could play that 100 times in a row and not get tired of it. I know our listeners agree. Every time I play it, I get a ton of response from listeners who are listening all over the world. But the topics in your song are anything but breezy, and you are unabashedly and unapologetically fully yourself, which must be such a freeing feeling. You're not putting, any veils in front of who you are. Tell me a little bit about the way you approach writing your songs and performing them.
I think it's because I performed covers for such a long time. So I essentially put on a costume every night, and I kind of knew that I couldn't continue doing that as a musician anymore. And then I guess, in my lyrical content, I am quite... I can be quite harsh and real, and I try not to hold anything back. But then I guess I try and create a more of an inviting sound, I guess, instrumentally and sonically around that to kind of, lure you in and then get you with the lyrics. But yeah, I guess I try and, also create a nice situation for myself, being able to speak about issues that I really care about or situations that I've been through, whilst also not kind of just like screaming it at you and just like playing a really harsh thing. It's like nice to be able to kind of shroud it in cotton wool.
They're very honest, they're very direct, which I love. They're very important stories, and they're real stories, it sounds like.
Yeah, and I think for me, it helps me process and analyse what I experience or what I see or how I feel about things, and try and like question myself as well and how I approach life.
Well, for listeners like me that hear the music before the lyrics and you're singing along and swaying, I highly recommend that you take time to dig into these lyrics. They're very important. And I'm so happy that you're here today at Stella Donnelly live on KEXP. Playing more songs from Be Aware of the Dogs.
Yes.
Oh, I just want to say super quickly, or I want to ask, I feel hypocritical asking you this since I've asked you not to swear today, although that's not me, that's the Federal Communications Commission that's asking you, but the cover of this album is brilliant. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, the cover is essentially, well, many people have actually thought that it's an egg that someone's trying to feed me, but it is indeed soap, and someone's trying to wash my mouth out with soap, I guess. And I just wanted to kind of poke a little fun at that whole, you don't sound like a young lady. So that kind of attitude. Yeah.
Well, Stella Donnelly is here live on KEXP. Take it away.
This song's called Beware of the Dogs. Is haunted like a beast that doesn't know its face. Is frightening to behold. All the painted little gnomes smiling in a line, trying to get your
So beautiful. Stella Donnelly live on KEXP, the title track from her new album, Beware of the Dogs. You're listening to Stella Donnelly live on KEXP. Thank you all so much. That was wonderful.
Thank you so much, Cheryl. I love this station so much. It's so lovely to be here.
Well, we hope that you come back with your next record. And thanks for making time before you head down to Portland today, playing at Polaris Hall tonight. If you're down or anywhere near Portland, go out and see Stella Donnelly. Thanks again to all of you.
Thank you.
Thanks to all of our wonderful listeners and donors for making sessions like this possible here on KEXP Seattle.
Discover new music at listener-powered-kexp.org.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?